Hello, collective. This is Chan from Artemis Oracle. I hope you're all having a good day, that you and your family, that everyone, I hope you and everyone you care about is doing well. I was about to do Miss Hawaii's intro, but that's not. I hope you're all doing well, that everything's going well for you. And it's so weird. I just started thinking about Miss Hawaii. um, Let's see. So I wanted to do I was gonna do an all signs reading, but time is kind of limited because I ended up having dinner and I just finished having dinner, so I can't be here too long. So I'm gonna do a what's the news reading. I'm gonna put subscriber mode on. Okay, so I hope you're all doing well. Ooh. Okay, let's see what does the collective need to know at this time. Oh, all right, so let's see. Okay. What does the collective need to know at this time? If you're new to my channel, my name is Tan. Artemis Oracle is my channel. I'm an Oracle and Tarot card reader. If the messages resonate with you at all, please like, share, subscribe. You can hype the video up as well. Remember, all messages may not resonate with your storyline. Some may not, or all of them may or may not, you know? So take the messages that do and leave behind the rest. Let's see. What messages does the collective need to know at this time? Let's see. Got 3 cards here. They came out together. It says knocked up, chained, and fuego. Pregnancy, expecting, mothering. Knocked up, chained, codependency, unhealthy attachment, weighed down. And then we have fuego. Chemistry, intense passion, and things are heating up. Things are heating up. At the bottom of the deck, we have tiptoeing. Avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around. So someone's sneaking around. Someone's being sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Okay, so knocked up. So some of you, if you're not wanting to get pregnant, if you don't want to get anybody pregnant, please take precaution. That's interesting. Because with the chain card in between, it's like there seems to be some sort of codependent attachment. Someone may be having like an unhealthy attachment. They're feeling weighed down, feeling tied up. This is reminding me of devil energy, the devil card energy, which is the one that shows Baphomet with 2 figures that are chained to him, a masculine and a feminine figure. So if I put these 2 cards together, knocked up and chained, someone could feel like they're trapped in a relationship. They're trapped in some sort of relationship, possibly with someone that they may have gotten pregnant or, you know, or have a child with, essentially. It says unhealthy attachment. So this seems like but then with the fuego card, it's like, you know, I don't know if somebody's cheating. I don't know if somebody's cheating. Someone feels trapped in a marriage. Somebody feels trapped in a relationship. But they're having some sort of a feelings or developing feelings for another person. So with the tiptoeing card, avoiding getting caught, acting shady, sneaking around, that could be what's going on. Someone's maybe trying to hide the fact that they're dealing with someone, that they're already committed to someone else or have a family with somebody else, but starting to develop feelings for another person, and maybe trying to, you know, like people, when they say tiptoeing, it's like usually people don't want to, it could be this. Somebody could still be attached to an old situation and they have a new situation but they're not really giving anybody the answers. That they're going, like they're beating around the bush. If somebody asks questions, they're not giving clear answers. They're like skirting around the issue. So someone could be, may definitely be deceptive because they don't want to get caught in whatever situation they may be involved in. Let me find out. All right. So that's me reading it all together. This may become news. It may become gossip because I see the sipping card underneath. Nosy, spreading rumors of gossip. So the person may be sneaking around trying to get away with something, but it's being seen. It's being clocked. Someone's noticing, and yeah. Someone thinks they're being sneaky, but no, somebody's aware, and it may end up, the news, the information is somehow going to be spread, and it's going to come out. Usually everything that's hidden ends up being revealed one way or another. Hi, Teresa, how are you? Okay, we have the Eight of Wands. It's funny, the Eight of Wands landed on Fuego. So that's definitely a lot of energy, a lot of passion, directed passion towards something that could be taken away from something else. Attention that's meant for one thing is being given to something else. The Ace of Wands, it's like a new beginning. Hi, no, I just started like 6, almost 7 minutes ago. So it's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything's going well for you. Yeah. Oh, wow. Conflict. So all right. So if somebody's married or connected, there's like what they call trouble in paradise. There's a lot of conflict, arguments, disagreements about something. It could be, this person could be, somebody could be hiding the fact, they're hiding the relationship they have with somebody. You know how some people could still be codependent on an ex, and the person, say somebody moved on. They moved on from a baby mama or baby daddy, but there seems to be some sort of attachment that person has to someone who's already moved on and is in a different connection, but the fact that this fucking chair is so squeaky. Oh, everything's good for me, thank God. Like I went over my emotional shit, and then last week it was like so emotional for me. Emotional damage for sure. So yeah. Someone could have been a Libra energy with the Queen of Swords coming out. I automatically said Libra, but it could be any air sign, Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. But for some reason, I said Libra. Yeah, I think somebody it could be an ex, but it could be somebody that someone's still tied to. Like they may be still married, still living with them. They're gonna find out the truth. Like this person is seeing, maybe, okay, you know what I'm getting? All right. This could be somebody that sometimes like people get somebody pregnant and they're not with the person anymore. But they try to be together. It could be that with the Four of Wands, like maybe they tried to play house, but it was just too much disagreements, conflict, drama, and somebody had to like cut somebody out. But what I'm getting is I feel like whoever this energy is with the knocked up card, there's whoever the ex is that left and is moving on to a new connection is finding out about somebody moving on. And I think it's tied to the rumors being spread. So I have two cards like for change. Now, for somebody, they could be like in a relationship and it is a third party situation. And someone could have some sort of addiction or attachment to somebody. Addiction. or attachment to someone. The Three of Cups with the Page of Wands is not the best energy. When in this context with the Chain card, codependency, unhealthy attachment way down. So it could be somebody's in a third party situation too, and somebody's finding out someone has been unfaithful. Someone has been trying to hide this intense, passionate connection that they have from either an ex or someone they're still connected to. Either they're still in a relationship, they're still living together, or they're married too. With the Ace of Wands, like whoever this new person is, I mean, this ex-person is dealing with now is a connection that happened very quickly, very passionate. It could be with a Leo energy underneath. We have that. Hi, Canisia, how are you? Hi, Desha. Oh, wow. Yeah, like, wow. There's a lot of attraction, probably a lot of sex. If you think about that, you see the wand there and then you see 8. I don't know if this is a situation that's been going on for months or weeks. Let's see. I want to know more about the Chain card. The chain with got the Seven of Cups with the Four of the Seven of Cups with the Four of Swords. Four of Swords is about taking a break from something. You know, it's also a card of healing because it comes after the Three of Swords, which it's funny. I saw the Three of Swords when I took the deck out of the bag. But with the Seven of Cups coming out, that's indicating that maybe somebody was trying to create some illusions. Maybe somebody, the ex, it could be the ex that's delusional and thinking that they're still together with somebody. So people are like that because of that attachment, that codependency, or I think that's what it is too. If when you look at the Three of Cups, it could be, two people who are, and then there's a third person coming in. It's like whoever the person moved on from, if it's an ex, they're happy in this relationship, but this person wants to kind of like come in between the two. So I don't know if there's somebody who's already moved on from a connection, and see, remember, this is so weird. It could be read. I could read these cards in so many different ways when it comes to love and any topic actually, but but this one is like somebody could have already moved on, but someone else is still attached. Like they're like a barnacle. They're like attached to the whale. They're attached to the fish. The shark. So somebody could be like that because, like, someone has moved on from the connection, but somebody is still under those illusions that they're still attached to somebody. But it could be a fire sign because I see the Page of Wands, the Five of Wands, we have the Four of Wands. So that's Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius energy coming through. Let me see. How will the collective know this reading resonates with them? This is somebody's reading. I hate this chair. I'm going to change it. This is why I don't use this chair. It's weird. I don't know if they installed it. Six of Pentacles. Somebody's maybe breadcrumbing. Somebody's definitely watching and waiting, stalking. So Six of Pentacles is Taurus energy. Hold on a minute. I'm going to adjust. I'm going to get a different chair. Because that chair is driving me crazy. Okay, that's better. All right. It did. Teresa. Wow. Look at this. Seven of Cups with but someone could also be dreaming, daydreaming, confused, needs to heal from the confusion. Seven of Cups with the Four of Swords. The break is like a separation. It's a break, a space. It's a time out. I don't know if someone is in a like on a break, and if you know what I'm talking about with friends, the break between Rachel and Ross. Some people do that so that they can go F around and then they come back around like, yeah, let's get back together. I finished fucking whoever I wanted to fuck because I was really turned on by them and now I want to come back home. Like it's like the cat that leaves the house, because it wants to go get laid and then it comes back. Wow. Okay. The fact that I'm saying this is somebody may have done that and they got somebody pregnant. Like, oh, let's go on a break. Yeah, like let's take a break. Let's end this relationship. I'm done right now. I need space. I need to think about what I want out of this relationship. But it's like, no, I want a space so I could go party and meet some new people and bang some new people. I wonder if it's that. That came up to me. I don't know why that came up in my mind. And I was just talking about Ross and Rachel. And in the storyline, Ross was very jealous because of a coworker that this is so funny, because of a coworker that Rachel had, that who was very friendly and helpful and wanting to help Rachel get a job. But he was like, yeah, he's only doing that because he likes you. He's only doing that because he likes you. And then the thing is, the guy did like her. He did like her. And then Ross, he knew. Rachel wasn't seeing it, but Ross knew it. He saw it. He clocked it. And Rachel didn't really pay attention. She just thought that Ross was being jealous. But Ross's jealousy was valid if you think about it, the situation itself, because in a sense, yes, he was kind of wrong because Rachel was not entertaining Mark. That's the guy's name. So maybe somebody's name is Rachel, Ross, Mark. That may resonate with you, the fact that I'm bringing this up. But Mark did like Rachel. But because Rachel and Ross got into an argument, Rachel wanted to break up, right? But Ross, he was like, fine, and then he went out, he got drunk, right? And then he slept with somebody else. But he was like, Rachel cleared up her head later on, and she came back and she was like, oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong, but he had already slept with this other person. And then, but he never took, eventually Rachel found out. So this might be somebody's story. Somebody may have been out. Maybe, oh yes, this kind of makes sense. This does. Somebody had an argument at home. Somebody said something, and the Queen of Swords, if she's pissed off, she will cut a ninja off. She will just like say the meanest thing if you get on her bad side. Said something, somebody went and cried and possibly went out and had drinks or something. Somebody feels guilty. The fact that I brought that up, I didn't have to see multiple storylines, but the fact that I brought up the Ross and Rachel thing, somebody feels guilty and they may be having a difficult time, because it does say way down right here, right? Somebody could be feeling guilty about whatever they did, and they may be trying to recover from that. They may be holding this. This may be a secret that they haven't told anybody. They could have gotten the person pregnant, or this could just be the knocked up. Could be like the person that did this, that cheated while after an argument with their partner. The partner could be the person they had a child with. It doesn't have to. It could be a father or a mother, whoever, somebody that may have done this. So that might be somebody's story. Exactly. Like if we break, that means that means we could go see other people break up, or is it because we need space to think but not talk to other people. Like I need transparency, you know? Like if somebody comes at me with this, I don't think anybody will, honestly. I don't know if I really don't know how long. I don't know if well, it's not about me anyway, but I don't know. If like somebody says something like that to me, I'll be like, what do you mean exactly? Can we just write this out in a contract so that we're all on the same terms? Like we're on the same page. So there's no confusion later on. There won't be any issues if anything does go down. But okay, so fuego, chemistry, tense passion, things are heating up. Knight of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, somebody definitely may have been acting out of ego. I'm not making excuses if the person was drunk or anything, but I feel like somebody did something and then now they're like trying to hide it. Oh my gosh, whoever's reading this, I'm sorry, but if somebody hears this and they're like, yeah, that's my story. But I feel like the way these cards came out with the tiptoeing and sipping, remember in that storyline, you know, sometimes when people they cheat, they try to make up. Like, I'm so sorry. I bought you flowers. I bought you diamond jewelry. Like the love bombing starts, you know? Overly attentive, showered with affection for personal gain. You know what's funny though? Because sometimes people do that when they're guilty. And in their way, they feel like they're trying to make amends without admitting what they've done. But somehow it's going to come back and this person may try to make up with it by doing this love bombing type of energy, you know, like, oh, but I love you, you know, and they could love the person, you know. I'm not saying, you know, people could do stuff like that and they could still love somebody, but it's just that they were like operating low vibrational, and nobody doesn't have to accept this behavior at all. It's not acceptable at all. But this person could have learned a lesson from this situation. Because it says karmics, third-party haters, and lesson learned. But if this would be really messed up if the person did this and they ended up getting somebody pregnant. You know? And I don't know if this is the type of person that constantly causes arguments to having a breakup and then go somewhere so that they can go, you know, sow their wild oats, but while holding on to a relationship. But whatever it is, if this person's trying to hide this, is eventually going to come out and they're going to have to face their karma. And whatever the karma is going to come very quickly. And if some of you, if the storyline is yours where you felt like somebody betrayed you, their karma is coming quick. You don't have to wait too long for that karma to happen. All right, so I'm going to end that reading there. Oh no. Like I feel like, and this is from my own experience, because I know I could run hot and cold. I could do that. And I know that's not good to do. The hot and coldness, and I'm not giving this dude any excuse, but the thing is, I would say, like, for someone that may be in that energy, like, because it's inconsistency, there's uncertainty, because if the person isn't able to be consistent, it's because there's this lack of or desire to be consistent. There's a lack or desire to commit or invest. And if that's the case, then that's the type of person you should stop engaging with in that way. It's more like take a break from them. Don't even deal with them in that way. You know, put them in the friend zone. I'm like, okay, well, you want to be like that? Well, or just don't deal with them at all. It depends. I would say don't deal with them at all, actually. Don't deal with them at all, you know, because that's unacceptable behavior. Is this the friend that you said that her cheating husband is getting away from her honest, faithful boyfriend? Is this the friend you were talking about, Teresa? Okay. Look, a tiptoeing card came out. Let me shuffle these. Oh, whoever's here, and if you're a subscriber, can you put your zodiac sign in the chat for me? I know Teresa is a Leo. I'm a Scorpio, just in case. So I would like to know if you feel comfortable showing that you are my subscriber, what your zodiac sign is. Let me see something. No, let me take that out. Because I'm thinking about putting a poll. Or you can let me know what your element is. Oh my gosh, this is gonna like take time. What's your sign? Oh my God, I can't even text here. Oh my gosh. You know what? I should do it on the other phone. Go back. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Oh, okay. So, yeah, if you can let me know what your sign is, or you could put your element, like water sign, fire sign, earth sign, or air sign. Because I was thinking about putting a poll up. But let's see if I could do that right now. No, I can't do it on this phone. I know you're a Leo. Because I want to see if let me close that out. I know some people, they don't want to comment. They're voyeurs. They like to watch, but they don't want to participate. Oh, I'm sorry, Sherry. I hope everything works out for you. And just so everybody knows, I'm not answering any questions. I was supposed to do a yes or no, but there wasn't enough people when I came in. So we have an air sign here, okay? So we have fire sign, I have air sign. Okay, let's see. Thank you for letting me know your element, Sherry. So I'm a water sign. I'm a Scorpio. A Scorpio. Do people like Scorpios, or do people hate us? If you hate us, it's because you're jealous. I'm just jealous. I'm just jealous. Oh my God. I'm just joking. I am a Scorpio. I see a lot of hearts. Who's giving me all those hearts? Is it because it's fellow Scorpios? Oh my gosh. What did you do to us, Sherry? What did you do to a Scorpio? I know Scorpios could be toxic. I have toxic tendencies, and that is something that I'm working on. This is why I speak of shadow aspects. This is why we have to do shadow work. I'm no angel. I like how somebody said like about Capricorns that, oh, I'm not trying to put Capricorns down. I know some of you are not that bad because, Capricorn is associated with the devil card. I don't know what you wrote, Dev. What's that? What are you talking about? You know what's weird? Because I know you see them when I'm speaking, there's a bit of a delay. So I think it's like a 3-second delay. So I don't know what you're talking about, Deb. What's cool? I don't know. Your husband is a Scorpio? Wow. See, I went to a tarot channel, and he was doing free readings, and I was like, oh, let me see if I could get a question asked, right? And so I asked, like, can you tell me about my future love? And he told me that I was gonna meet a Leo, and I'm gonna meet him while I'm traveling. And it's one of these readings I did for the collective, and I saw, and I was like, wait a minute, this shit reminds me of what the tarot reader was telling me, because I like to rewatch, because sometimes I like to go and put timestamps because I do different readings. You've never met you've never met an ugly Scorpio. What was I saying? Yeah, the tarot reader. I was rewatching one of my videos, and I was like, wait a minute, this sounds like something someone told me, that I'm gonna meet a Leo, and I have a Leo moon. So I wonder. I don't think I've ever met a Leo man before. That'd be interesting. Yes, they say Scorpios are attractive, but I think I've seen some Scorpios that aren't that attractive. And there's somebody coming to my mind, so I think it's more so like our energy. It's our charisma. We got Riz, I said it. I said Riz. Yeah. Like, every sign is attractive in their own way. Like, I think the thing that people may like about us Scorpios, I know what guys are like, oh my God, you're a sexual sign. You're all about sex, sex, sex. I'm like, yeah, because that's what you think about. Sex, sex, sex. Okay. We're more than that. We're more than that. Like, me personally, like, if I'm very attracted to somebody, then, if I'm not, it's not going to be lit. It's going to be whack if I'm not into them. But if it's whack, I should not even be with them. Oh, it's funny because I shared a video yesterday that I was watching, and it says that they admitted this. And it was an interesting study about how men but see, attraction is so subjective, because everybody has their own preferences, and somebody could be attracted to somebody because of their personality, and then other people can be physically attractive to somebody, attracted to somebody. So it depends on what the attraction is. Is it the ugly, or like, is it the physical, or do you find the person attractive because of who they are, Because, this is how I was in my low vibrational energy, because I was looking back, and I'm like, what the fuck was I thinking? Oh my God, how insecure was I? What the fuck? But yeah. But I wanted to say something about a video. I think that all the signs forget about the video. I think all the signs are attractive in their own way. And there was a video I actually saw by Homegirl Astrology, and she was talking about how certain signs have different features that make them attractive. Like Scorpios, we're more known for our eyes. It's the way we look, the intensity, the mysteriousness that makes us attractive to people. Oh, wow. I'm trying to think of that's in my low vibration. I feel like, sometimes when you're in low, I wonder, when you think about the people you've been with, do you think, damn, does it count if I was not in my best? Like you try to like rationalize it. You're like, maybe it doesn't count, you know? Like, because sometimes I'm like, what the hell was I thinking? But then it's like all those experiences, they shaped me to who I am and taught me who I don't want to be, you know? But it's like, don't you think like maybe there's a way it doesn't count? Like, is there like a formula that makes it lose its value and doesn't count? Like, yeah. So it's like, I don't like, I don't know why I'm talking about that stuff. Oh, because like the person I had a situationship with, like he like honestly, I don't really have a type. He has to be a man. That's it. Maybe that's my problem. That I don't have a type. Anyway, what was I gonna say? Let me put these cards away. I don't want these cards picking up on my energy and shit. But yeah, he's like, I never thought that I would be attracted to someone like him, you know. And I'm not saying he's ugly. He's not ugly at all. Like I like he's to me like he's such a like to me he's like a really good person, you know. In my opinion, you know. I don't have anything bad to say about him. You know, there were certain things I didn't really like, but I think it's more tied to my beliefs and that how I have to understand too. Like when I meet somebody, they, you know, like I have a different standard or belief about something, but that person may not share that belief. And that means either I have to accept, not accept, respect. I have to respect that, you know, we have differences in that way and not let certain things interfere with my relationship, you know. Now if it's like something that's like a deal breaker, then that's something that I can't now compromise on. Like for me, I don't like if I'm with somebody and we are in an established relationship, if they're too available to other women. I don't like that any woman could call them, that they'll always do something for another. I'm like, but that's creating opportunities. And I know it's all about trust and stuff, but the thing is like, I could trust myself, I could trust my man, but the thing is I don't know her. I don't know if I could trust her, because think about it is, if you think about it, you don't even, you know, though you could trust your partner, you still don't want nobody trying to, you know, do something with your partner. You know, you don't want that situation. You don't want there to be an opportunity where someone's like, oh, you know, oh, Thomas, come. I always say his name Tommy or Thomas, but oh, Tommy, come on. Can you come over? I need my pipes fixed. Like my sink is leaking. And then the person's like opens the door and she's like, oh, Tommy. And she's wearing lingerie and shit. Like, I don't want my man going, like being exposed to that. You know, it's bad enough that shit is on the fucking internet. Now he has some bitch calling him about her pipes, and she was talking about she want his pipe. She want to make his pipe leak. You know, like, and I don't think guys understand that. You know, yeah, you could be a good guy, but the thing is that you don't want to create circumstances where you could possibly be tempted. You know, you could trust somebody, but still, temptation is always around. And the thing is, it's like, are you that strong to not fall for it? And I cannot. I don't even want the person I'm with to even be in that situation or put himself in that situation, you know, because you never know. Like the person will be like, why is she, like, all right, think about it. Why is a single woman calling a married man or a man in a relationship? Like, why aren't you getting your own man? Like, what the fuck are you calling somebody else's man for shit? Like, why are you not talking to your boyfriend about your issues? Why are you talking to your male friend about your issues? Like, what the fuck he's gonna do for you? He ain't gonna save your relationship. He ain't gonna pull out the paddles and resuscitate it for you. You gotta do that shit with your partner. You know, why are you telling your business out to other people? You know, that's supposed to be between you and your partner. You're supposed to work it out. You know, so I just like, I don't like that. You know, and that's one of the things that, you know, creates those situations where someone could have an emotional affair with somebody, you know, because they could develop that emotional bond with each other. And then if there's an opportunity to be alone together, who's to say that it won't become a physical connection as well? Like it won't go to that level. And I don't think men understand this. And I don't think even women understand this too, because it goes both ways, you know? You know, if my man is talking to other one, I want to know who the fuck she is, and she needs to know who the fuck I am, and to know that I am not the one. She's the one that gotta understand that if she calls my man that he's gonna go fix her pipes, that I'm gonna be helping him. So she better not try to come out with her little lingerie and shit, because I'll choke the bitch out with that shit. You know? Like, oh, I'm gonna take her boa and choke her ass. Look at that, when you find out a woman died from a boa attack, you know? You see feathers all over me. Like, it's like... But you know, I probably won't do that. But you know, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You whore? You fucking whore. You want a pipe? I got one for you. I got one for you. It's copper. You have to worry about it rusting. I'm glad I'm not the only one that thank you for the likes, because you're like confirming that I'm not the only one. It's not about insecurity. It's about respect. It's about boundaries. And I think when somebody's in a relationship and you know they're in a relationship, then you have to respect the boundaries of that relationship. You know? So if somebody's in a relationship, you don't be bothering their partner. Yeah, you could call and say, hi, how you doing? It's been a long time, blah, blah, blah. Leave it at that. Not like, oh, can you help me? Can you take me here? Can you wipe my ass? Can you know, whatever. I don't like that. That's how I like. And the funny thing is too, on Instagram, I saw this maybe last year or the year before, I think it was last year, where a man could put himself in that situation with a woman, and he says that when he has female friends calling and he already knows, he's like, no, I'm not gonna nip it. I'm gonna nip it right there. You know, I'm having problems, and no, like, oh, I'm sorry. I hope everything works out. You know, don't entertain it. You know, because then you don't want to be caught creating an emotional a bond with somebody, and then they could develop that emotional bond, and you may not even see it that way because you're listening, you're trying to be a good friend and everything, but then the person becomes, I wanted to say becomes obsessed, but I feel like it's more emotionally attached, you know, but then that could lead to obsession, you know, if the person's like, I always want this person around because they make me feel good, but then that creates that codependency. And if someone's in a relationship and you have somebody codependent on you, that's not even your wife. I mean, the codependency is like, there's a difference between interdependency and codependency, you know, but it's like when you work together, you're together working on something, but it's not unhealthy. It's because you have a same goal in mind and you're both working towards the same goal. Just you have different roles and helping it manifest, create, you know, come to reality or come true or whatever to succeed. But codependency is more like somebody is attached to another person, and it's not in a healthy way, where it's like an obsession, it's an addiction, it's that type of thing. And you don't want to create that with someone who isn't even your partner. Can you imagine being in a relationship, married in a serious relationship, and then you have somebody outside, a third party, who is attached to you in that way and may try to interfere with your relationship, which was kind of like the reading I did earlier today, you know? So I know these things, I've experienced these things, and that's why I'm like, yeah, I don't really like the idea of social media, and because that opens up a window, that creates an opportunity, a window of opportunity, creates a window, opens up a window where someone that can possibly happen. Yeah, we should trust our partners, but our partners should know it's whether or not regardless of their gender, you know, because it could be a masculine watching and he may feel the same way, like, yeah, I don't like her really talking to that guy too much. You know, he's always texting, he's always calling, he's always, you know, this or that. And she thinks she's being a good friend, but yeah, all she's doing is being basically they're both doing is what you call it? There's a word. It's like, I forgot the word, hopefully. I'm sorry, Tanisha, I'm not answering questions, but I wish you luck. I wish you luck. Yeah, there's a word. It's like when you, like somebody's doing something bad, but you're not really, you're kind of like enabling. It's enabling behavior. You're enabling them. I'm sorry, I got a brain fart trying to figure it out. Enabling that behavior. Whew. I don't know where the hell I got on that topic, but the thing is like that Ross and Rachel thing, and then that reading, and then talking about me and my experience with social media type thing, and then what the damage it could cause to a relationship. I know, if it didn't do well for a relationship that wasn't even meant for me, imagine in a relationship that is meant for me. First of all, the person wouldn't be doing that shit. That's how I know it will be meant for me. Because I don't know if I yes, we want partners who are helpful, who are reliable, who are supportive, but we don't want them to be too available to other people. I mean, too available to other people. You can be available, but not too available. Especially if members of the opposite sex, Let me see something. Tanisha, have you ever asked me a question before? I don't know if you're still there, Tanisha. Because I saw you subscribe to my channel, but I don't recall you ever asking a question. I don't know if you're still there. But if you are, just let me know. Okay, so let's go into the Tangled Love deck. But if you're still there, Tanisha, let me know. I think she may have left. But thank you so much for the likes, everyone. I really appreciate you. Hi, Jenny. How are you? Oh my gosh. You're gonna fucking see me. I'm gonna be a freaking short. I will choke her with a boa. Oh my god. I should make a short out of that, right? I was trying to be funny because inside we be wanting to choke people, but we know we can't. Oh, I'm sorry. So we're going into the Tangled Love reading. Tangled Love reading. Tangled Love card. Sorry. Oh. Soul contract, soulmates, partnership, spiritual union, karmic agreement. Ooh, someone's forgiven you, letting go, peace, spiritual release, and really committed this time. Loyal, in it for the game, long run, no games, in it for the game. I wonder if any of you are keeping track of the soccer games. Like FIFA, FOFA, bomb, whatever. I don't know. I wonder if anybody's watching the soccer games. Netflix and chill. Ooh. Okay, this is funny though, because this card is not the best energy, but the thing is, when you look at these cards, and I could read them for what they say and also what I get. And from this time, soul contract, someone's forgiven you and really committed this time, right? It's like showing somebody who may have possibly in the past not been committed to a relationship, and there may have been some sort of disagreement, where someone needed to be forgiven. Maybe somebody did something that needed to be forgiven. Betrayal can come in many forms. It doesn't have to only be infidelity. It could be someone not telling you the complete truth, someone hiding things, or maybe just someone said something that wasn't very nice to you. With soul contract, soulmate partnership, spiritual union, karmic agreement. So this could be like a type of karmic or soul contract type of relationship, like something that you're supposed to experience, and it's meant to help you grow, help you learn about yourself, how to show up in relationships. It's supposed to be a part of your own personal, emotional, spiritual development in a way. For some people, it could be a situation in where they were in a relationship with somebody, may have been some sort of disagreement, or something where forgiveness is needed, but somebody is releasing something, they're letting go, they're moving on. They may be moving on from a commitment or connection, but it's like really committed this time, loyal, in it for the long run, no games. If that's the case, this person could have been somebody that you maybe you just had this type of connection, Netflix and chill. It says sneaking around, friends with benefits, spending time with someone, lying about their whereabouts, you know? And the thing that really stands out to me when you look at this connection, this reading, sorry, is the spending time with someone. Spending time with someone. This could have been a type of relationship where it was like a Netflix and chill, and that doesn't mean you were watching Netflix and chilling. It could be just like very casual, like someone that you spent time with, you hung around with, or whatever the case may be. But if this is somebody that you may have thought was the relationship wasn't that serious, or the person wasn't taking the relationship seriously, they may be having a change of perspective with something, with the really committed this time. It's like somebody wasn't committed before, but now they're ready to commit now. They're ready to commit. This is interesting. Lessons learned, tough times, growth, leveling up. Look at that. Oh, I don't know. The soul contract. Soul contract. You know, Teresa, I don't know if you're still there, but I was doing like the spiritual readings and you weren't around. And then there was a reading I did, and I was like, this sounds like Teresa's reading. I don't remember what reading it was, but I did mention you, Teresa, and I was like, where's Teresa? Like, I feel like this is Teresa's reading, you know? So I don't even remember what reading it was. And I don't know if you want to go find it because you see how long my live streams are. But if Teresa, you're still there, if you want, I would tell you, anybody who watches a replay, if there's, or you want to go back to watching a live stream that I've done in the past, like a replay of a live stream, you could always go into the transcript and then try to find something specific that I may have said to you. So if you remember a specific video that I did and I gave you a reading or something, you could always go back to that reading, and then you could go into the transcript. You will have to go into the description box, then you have to scroll all the way down where it says show transcript. You click on it, and then there's a box where you can search for anything, any information within the transcript of a video, and then you can find specifically where I mentioned something I've read for you. So that's what I do. Sometimes when I go watch a video and then I later get like a synchronicity or something that was mentioned in a reading. Look at the Knight of Pentacles came out, and it fell on the really committed card. Oh, and this card fell too. Okay, really committed this time. Okay, so I was watching a video by a subscriber. No, I'm sorry. I'm like, my mind went blank because I'm thinking, and I'm looking at this and then I'm thinking at the same time. The whole point of me mentioning that was that I was watching a video one day and the reader mentioned a specific number. Yesterday when I was out, I saw the number on a license plate. So sometimes you may see, I can mention a sign or synchronicity that you saw in a video, and if it comes up where you actually see it, it could be like an animal, it could be a number, it could be a name, it could be something excuse me, that resonates with you, you could always go back to the live stream and then you could search for it in the transcript. That's what I did, and I was like, oh shit, let me go back to that video. I really need to listen to that because I saw the number that reader mentioned, and I was like, and the number already meant something to me, but then to actually see it doubled because the number was repeated. I'm not gonna say what the number is, but it was like 4242. It wasn't that number, but it was like a number like that. It wasn't like 1111 or 1212. You know, it wasn't like that. It was like 4242, right? Because I know people automatically think if you see the same number, like 111, 222, 333, 444, repeated numbers, that those are only angel numbers. Any number you see, anytime you see it multiple times, like if you see 1234, well, that's like kind of a synchronicity because 1, 2, 3, 4, that's about progression, you know. But like if you see the number like 258 one day, and then again later on you see, like in the morning you see 258, and then later on you see 258, and then in the night you see the license plate that says 258, and then you pass a building that says 258. That's a number. You already noticed that number. It stood in your mind. It's like, why are you gonna remember some random ass number? And then you're gonna be seeing it repeatedly throughout the day. That happens to you, look up that number and see how the angel message resonates with you, because each number has a vibration. Each number has a specific meaning, you know? So if you're seeing a specific number like 258, and in fact, 258, you might see 258 one day. I'm just saying that randomly. But if you see a number, it doesn't have to be 258. It could just be any number that you see in different times of the day or different places. Then that's a number that you need to pay attention to and that you need to find out what it means. You Google whatever that number is, angel number. It doesn't have to be 111 or 222 or 1111, 44, 44. It doesn't have to be that. It could just be a number that you keep seeing repeatedly throughout the day or repeatedly throughout over time, you know, because there's a significance to that. And, you know, and one of the numbers that when I started noticing synchronicities for myself, the number I kept saying, and this is so funny, and I do not smoke weed, 420. I kept saying 420, 420, 420, 420. I'm like, what the hell? And this was like almost a decade ago when I started noticing synchronicities and stuff. So that's why I share that with you, because that number, if you keep seeing a number like in a significant amount of times, and then the fact that you notice it, that's something that you need to look up. I hope that helps somebody who's even just scrolling by or whatever. You know, you were meant to hear that message. You got what you needed, and then you just scrolled past. Okay, so like we have the soul contract, someone's forgiving you, really committed this time in Netflix and chill with the lessons learned, right? So with the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow and steady energy, but it's not slow because it's lazy. It's slow because it takes time. It's progression, and somebody is taking time, taking effort. They're progressing towards something, progressing towards some sort of financial goal, progressing towards something of value, something of substance, something of stability. But then the Nine of Pentacles is here. So some of you could be dealing with an earth sign energy or someone who embodies this energy. You may feel like they're very slow, that they take things slow, they take their time, they don't rush. But the thing is, if somebody really values somebody, they don't want to rush anything. They want to take their time with it. And then you see the Nine of Pentacles here, which is, they call it the Minor Arcana Empress. If you look at her, she's independent, stable, financially secure. She takes care of herself. She's self-assured. She is a person of value. She values herself. She values her environment. And she invests in herself. And she invests and nurtures what she cares about, where she wants to see growth. And with this Knight of Pentacles energy, this is what you want. Someone who's going to invest in you, and that in turn you will invest in them. When there's that mutuality, when it comes to care and love and wanting to build something solid and secure, this is like a really good energy for that, because it's something that requires patience, it requires understanding, it requires nurturance, and it also requires consistency, you know? So there's like this consistent energy with the really committed this time. For some of you, it could have been something that's been a long time coming. Maybe somebody's having some sort of realization about a connection that they have with you. But it could have been like a very casual connection with the Netflix and chill. It could have been one where you just hung out, you had good times together. It may have progressed into romance. It may have just simply been like maybe you had a crush on them, they had a crush on you, but nobody made a move. It could be that type of energy. But it's like, but there is definitely an investment of time and energy, and it's something that's been progressing over time, really committed this time implies that there is already connection, but then maybe there could have been talk of, if it's something that was not really, I would say, like maybe you and this person had a casual relationship, and maybe there could have been a talk about a commitment or being together or anything like that. It could be something like that, but then maybe somebody was like, I don't know. Ooh, I'm getting a little anxious right now. What time is it? 8 o'clock? Okay. Maybe somebody really didn't want to commit. They wanted to keep the relationship like it was. But with the someone's forgiven you, I don't know what that's about. And I kind of want to find out what exactly that is. But I've had to start off with this because when I started shuffling and these cards came out, they landed on top of really committed this time. But I don't know what the someone's forgiven you. I don't know what this person did, or it may have been you that done something. But let me find out. Okay, tell me about this soul contract. These cards will flip over. I saw the 9 of Cups with the 2 of Wands. So this is like 2 of Wands and 9 of Cups is like looking towards the future, looking towards what will be wish fulfillment, considering that, evaluating that, waiting for that. All right, let's find out what the soul contract is. Let me ground myself. Because like stuff is coming to my mind, but it has nothing to do with this reading. It's just like my mind is like, I'm reflecting on something right now. But I'm sorry if I seem distracted. What's the soul contract? Can you tell me what the soul contract's for? Okay, you got the 6 of Swords, which is indicating somebody's like moving away from conflict, moving towards peace, calmer waters. But why the 6 of Swords? A card flipped. Look at the 2 of Wands came out. Somebody is going towards peace, but going towards, wow, look at this, the Ace of Cups. Somebody's moving away from the conflict from the past. Past arguments, disagreements, disputes, games, dishonesty, heartbreak, indecision. And someone's taking some sort of action. And they're waiting for the results of what that action is. This is someone who took an action. They made a decision to move away from something to go towards love, self-love. It could be coming forward with love. For some of you, if this is a soul contract that was a karmic agreement, usually when it's karmic, it's supposed to teach you a lesson so that you can move on and grow. But it could be something that's supposed to teach you how to move on and grow so that you can learn how to love yourself and care for yourself, nurture yourself, be there for yourself, fill your own cup so that you can be at peace with yourself, feel whole and complete with yourself. So that when you are ready, or you are open, or you are healed, and you are receptive, right? You have all this extra love to give because your heart is overflowing with emotion. You are overflowing with emotion, not where you will end up depleted, but where you can, you don't ever have to be at that place where you feel like you depleted yourself, like your cup went dry, that you had nothing more to give. For some of you, you probably had to learn that some of you may have had to choose yourself in this connection, and if we tie this, like if there may have been some sort of stuff going on, any deception, dishonesty, disappointment, grief, heartbreak, sadness, then somebody is going to be forgiving somebody, but forgiving somebody doesn't mean you have to come back together. It could just be like, I forgive you, but I'm moving on still, but it depends on what happened, and it depends on the approach. Somebody could come forward with a loving gesture, maybe overflowing with emotion, wanting to come forward. That could be the action that someone's taking, or that could be the action someone's hoping for right now. That they can move past whatever they experience and look towards the future. To focus on love. Focus on the love. Okay. Someone's forgiving you. So someone is like ready to close out a cycle. And that could be like moving on from the past and moving towards the new. What's dead is dead. What's done is done. Right? This is Scorpio energy. We're letting go of peace, spiritual release. Someone's forgiven you. Let me see. What is the death card for? Because death is about transformation. A situation can be possibly transforming, or the ending could be lending to a new beginning, but the new beginning could be like a fresh restart, a rebirth, or revitalization of something, or it could be just something going towards something new and different, taking a different path, but it depends on the situation. Tell me about the death card. Was someone's forgiving you? That's Scorpio energy. The death card is Scorpio energy. Oh, these two cards. That's Queen of Swords and This could go in two ways. With the death card, someone had to come to face some sort of justice, karmic justice. But this is air sign energy, just so you know. Queen of Swords is Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So I don't know if there's something ending, like it's completely closed out, and you had to, with the Eight of Cups and the Queen of Swords, like if there was some sort of severance, a breakup. But then we have the Eight of Cups indicating that somebody walked away, somebody left, somebody turned their back on the situation, but they're turning their back towards the Two of Cups. But like I said, it could go in two ways. With the someone's forgiving you, that could allow for reconciliation. Or it could be someone's forgiving you, but they're moving on. It could be, yeah. Yeah, this is a general reading, so Sherry, it could be yours, or like, look at this, the Two of Cups came out, yeah. So somebody could be going towards the Two of Cups, and we got the Ten of Cups coming out too. So it could be, but like I said, it could go both ways. You don't know, because sometimes you could let go of something, but then you could just keep moving forward, right? And it's funny that both the Eight of Cups shows this. You know, someone's back is turned, and then you see like something like here is the sun and the moon. Here, this could be the sun setting or the sun rising, depending on how you see it, you know? But it could go both ways. It could be someone's endings. There's an ending that's not going to bring in a new beginning with the same person, like a reconciliation, or it could be an ending that's bringing a new beginning somewhere else. But with the Two of Cups, it could be a reconciliation. I don't know if there's some sort of family dynamic with the Ten of Cups showing out. That shows a family, home, harmony, peace, happiness, joy. But it could go either way. So with the really committed this time, because we really don't know, there could have been some sort of conflict. It could be like maybe somebody didn't want to commit, that caused some sort of argument, and now somebody's like, okay, I'm ready. Or maybe somebody needed time. Because, oh my gosh, I'm thinking about that Mariah Carey song, Love Takes Time, because that Love Takes Time popped up. That love takes time, right? Love takes time to heal when you're hurting so much. Couldn't say that I was blind to let you go. I don't want to sing that song too much because I don't go that high. Couldn't say it. Love takes time. I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here alone. That's a Mariah Carey song. You might say that it's over. You might say that you don't care. You might say that you don't miss me. Something like that. That song, I'm going to look it up because the song is playing in my mind. Earlier today, the song that played, actually I sang this song yesterday, and it's Stuff from Up Above. But now Mariah Carey's like in my head right now. This lady. I'm going to look up the lyrics for the song. Actually, I'm going to go into the app. Go into the album. Because it's part of her first album. And this album came out in 1990. 1990 may be significant. That may be when somebody was born. That may be somebody's birth year. I want to read those lyrics. Oh, please. I'm about to say, please don't tell me you don't got the lyrics. You might say that it's over. You might say that you don't care. You might say you don't miss me, you don't need me, but I know that you do, and I feel that you do inside. Couldn't see that I was blind. Can I escape the pain inside? Because love takes time. I don't want to be there. I want to be there alone. So this song, it talks about heartbreak. It talks about endings. It talks about someone feeling a certain way, or someone saying that they don't care, or that that it's over or whatever. But it could be for some of you that it is, and then somebody is still in those emotions. But it could also be that it's mutual. That's two people are missing each other and are wanting to reunite. But it could go any way. Okay, but really committed this time. And love takes time. I don't know if somebody was trying to force something to happen, but it's like, no, let it happen on its own. Don't try to force a situation. Okay. I don't really feel like, I'm going to read the Netflix and chill. I don't know I feel like for me, this card is more casual than anything. But the someone's forgiving you. I have to say this because it might resonate with somebody. Somebody could have been spending time with somebody else. And we were talking about like that whole thing about like men interacting or with women, and when they're already dealing with somebody, and how that could create issues, and vice versa, women talking to men even though they're in a relationship, that type of thing. But I don't know if somebody got caught interacting or talking or possibly being unfaithful with somebody else in some way. It could have, they may, but I'm going to clarify that. Because remember, take the messages that do, leave behind what doesn't. Okay. So we have the Queen of Wands here. All right, the Queen of Wands is usually like someone who, they usually call her the karmic queen because it's just, they say that the Queen of Wands is a little temptress, you know? So maybe there could have been a Queen of Wands who was involved in this situation if there was a third party. But then we have the Five of Pentacles. I have the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck, which is water sign energy. Queen of Wands with the Five of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands could be a jealous person too. And she is a fire sign. They could be jealous, they could be insecure. Maybe somebody was trying to interfere with somebody's relationship. You know, possibly wanting to be tempting to somebody in some way. Because maybe, I don't know like how this resonates. I don't know if this is a friend who was trying to become friends with benefits. But this is why, you know, if you have issues with your partner, you don't be going around telling other people because they may take that as an opportunity, you know. I mean, if this is like a was a third party, and if that resonates with you, if it doesn't resonate with you, please do not take this. I'm not trying to cause anybody anxiety or stress or like say your partner is cheating if they're not, but you will know if they are, and I'm just giving you confirmation. You know, if you don't think your partner's like that, you don't even get that inkling or the sense, then this message is not for you. Or if the person you were dealing with, if you were, you know, you don't think that way about them. But for somebody, there could have been somebody that was trying to interfere with the relationship, but more so because they needed that validation. Sometimes people do that when they need attention, you know? So I don't know if somebody was reaching out to somebody's partner or whatever and was doing that because they want attention, they need a validation. And this reminds me of that he's just not that into you. Scarlett Johansson's character, the way she was like, whenever she was rejected by that married man, she would go to the realtor whenever she wasn't feeling good. Like her self-esteem went down. So I don't know if this is like the type of person who may have been trying to interfere with the relationship. And I don't know if this is somebody that was a temptation and the person did end up doing something with them, whether it was kissing or hugging or possibly more than that. I don't know. Well, the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups and the Judgment card. So it's like the King of Cups, the water sign energy. It doesn't have to be a water sign. It just be someone who's caring, compassionate, emotionally grounded, stable type of person. Is coming to some sort of decision or is facing some sort of judgment. And they're unsure about what the circumstances are. Maybe this is a person that did do something and then they're the one that wants to be forgiven. You know, they're waiting for their judgment and they're not sure if they come forward with an apology or some sort of way of trying to make amends, if they will be accepted. You know, so they could be in this waiting period, this whole period, waiting for some sort of decision to be made. But it could be the water sign energy is the person responsible for making this decision and has the other energy in this Eight of Swords, where they're stuck in their minds, trapped, possibly like stressed and waiting for some sort of decision. Trapped and stuck, waiting. But it's a self-imposed prison. This person could also be trapped in their own mind and trying to make some sort of decision themselves. If they were the one who did this, you know, maybe trying to figure out how they can come forward, make some sort of gesture to garner forgiveness. It could be anything. Oh, but that's what I'm getting with this reading. So I hope this reading resonates with some of you. It's the best way possible. Hopefully it's not something terrible. But I didn't really clarify the lessons learned card. So let me clarify it right now. What's the lessons learned? Tough times, growth, leveling up. I don't know if someone likes to smoke cigarettes, likes to smoke. They're a heavy smoker. Because I see a lot of cigarette butts. I don't know if someone does that because they use that as a coping mechanism, like a stress reliever. Hierophant. Yeah, lessons learned. Okay. Knight of Cups. I want to take this card. This card's sticking out. King of Pentacles. That was at the bottom of the deck. 4 of Pentacles. Oh, wow. So Hierophant, Knight of Cups. Wow. Remember we had the ready, really committed this time? Maybe somebody was like on the fence about a relationship and now whatever they've gone through, I don't know if somebody has this fear. Maybe some of you moved on and you are having a Netflix and chill type of relationship and then like the idea of you missing, they're getting jealous and stuff. Side message. But I feel like the lessons learned is like now this person is understanding the value of your connection because of the soul contract. Now they're seeing that your relationship is something that was meant to teach them, help them grow or whatever. And also, I want to say man up, with the Hierophant, the Knight of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. This person could be coming forward with commitment. My mind just went blank. I went somewhere. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My mind is like, it's like going into personal stuff, but this has nothing to do with my because I ain't got nothing going on. This is so weird. Why is my mind entering this? Because I'm like, I got distracted and then I started thinking about something. I don't know why. I don't know if this person was distracted. They got distracted by somebody. I feel like somebody may have been a distraction. Somebody is distracted. Because I did that a couple of times during this reading. I think somebody was distracted by somebody. And I think that the person knows that it's important for them to be focused on what they value, what they care about the most. Something that's already stable and secure. So whoever this person is, you may be reuniting with them. Because now they understand the importance of your relationships. They see the value of a relationship and they may be coming towards you to start to lay down the groundwork with you for your connection. That is so weird and so random. Okay, so I'm going to close out that reading. I think I've been on long enough. I'm going to end the reading there. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. Thank you for allowing me to entertain you with my opinions. I really, truly hope this message helps anyone. I see, Sherry, that it resonates with you. So I hope it was helpful in some way. Thank you so much for everybody who stopped by, who engaged with me, who gave this video or live stream a like or the replay a like. If you subscribe, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time, and you really, you could be anywhere, but you decided to stop by here, and I'm just really grateful. If you enjoyed this live stream, please feel free to hype this video up. Please give it a like, a share, a subscribe. I'm sending you the best. I'm wishing you all the best, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Take care, everyone. Bye, Sherry. Bye, Teresa. Sorry, Rob. I'm ending this live stream. Bye, everyone. Next time, Rob. Next time. I didn't get to do your